Hey y'all, this is David, the Georgia photographer. Today I'm in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I'm about to go meet another YouTuber. So if you haven't ever watched Thach, that's the YouTuber I'm going to meet. He's an avid wildlife photographer and he lives in the same area I do. And we just kind of stumbled on each other one day, or I found his channel or what have you, and found out we've been doing YouTube in the same area for 2 years now and never bumped into one another. So today we're gonna link up. Look at that. We finally made it out. We've got matching cameras. We're actually out here at one of his honey hole photography locations, and it's actually hidden very well. I would have never thought to look here. It's in the north side of Chattanooga, on the south side of the river, on the north side. Never mind all that. Oh, there's a bunch of Canadian geese. They're ill because we're out here disturbing them. You probably can hear them already, but there's a bunch of wildlife, and we're gonna see if we can't get some photos of it. Let's go find them. All right, we got some pictures. They look pretty good, don't they? Yeah, well, that was really all that was here today. There was a few ducks, and they're like the kind of ducks that you normally see on water. All right, we got to actually see some ducks and some geese, and there was a few little songbirds. Phil got a photo of a bird, of the little songbird as well. I could never catch one sitting still long enough to get a photo of it. But now we're gonna go to another spot on further out of the city and see what we can find. Supposedly there's been some redhead ducks there, so it's gonna be interesting to see that. But this is a beautiful place, and it's tucked right here in the city. Look, literally, that's Nicola Highway. It's stuck right here off the side of the road behind some trees. If you didn't know it was here, you'd just never see it. It's right on the side of the river walk, and if you come during the week, nobody is here today except me and Phil. It's interesting. But yeah, if you're into wildlife photography, it's a great place. You can rest your camera right on the handrail. You don't even need your tripod, just to be honest. It worked out really well. Let's go on. And we're up here at Volkswagen wetlands. Check out that swamp. Isn't that something? Phil's over here behind me vlogging something. But we get up here, he shows me the beaver dams on this side of the road, and there's a bunch of ducks over there, yeah. And so we decide we're gonna walk over here, and he's gonna show me a spot where, if you watch the right video, you can see where he dropped his mic in the water, which is right off the edge of this. We literally walk up here and we spook a bunch of deer off through the woods, and then there's a bunch more just hanging out. So we just get our cameras out, decide we're gonna take some pictures of them. And here's some of the photos I got. Then I decided to get artistic shots, like I'm gonna get of this nail here in a few minutes as well, because it's gonna give me that leading line shot I'm looking for. I'll stick the 24 mil on for that. But this is an interesting place. It's a really, really interesting place. I've never been here before. I've lived in this area all my life, had no idea this was here. Beautiful. But yeah, I'm running the 2 to 500 with the 1.4 teleconverter on this Z6. I was racked all the way out, so like 700 millimeters. Worked really well. So now I'm gonna put that 24 mil on and get my detail shot I was wanting. Let's do this. All right, we have come out to, this is Harrison Bay?
Harrison Bay State Park.
So we've come out to Harrison Bay, and we're gonna roll through the park, and we're gonna stay in the car to hopefully improve our odds of seeing a woodpecker. I've done seen one, but he was way across the field. Just barely, he's a little speck in my picture. So we're gonna see if we can find a little bit better, closer up one. I'm running pretty much everything to get all I can out of this deal. I've got the 1.4 teleconverter, the 2 to 500, and the Z6. And the only thing that could up my ante anymore would be to get the D810 out, since it has more megapixels. But let's go see what we can find. We're up here. This is Harrison Bay, isn't it?
Harrison Bay State Park.
Yeah, we're in Harrison Bay State Park. And
Tennessee.
we're rolling through Tennessee. And we're rolling through the campground. And Phil, of course, is able to get his camera to focus and act right. And he actually got a picture of a red-headed woodpecker that was like 6 feet from the car. Before I could find it in the camera frame, it flew off. And it sat there for an eternity, it seemed like. It was sad. Then we rode around, and we've actually found a picture of, we've got some photos of, what kind of, that's a red-tailed hawk. Yeah, we got some photos of this red-tailed hawk. Then we've got some photos of a bunch of little songbirds. And of course, by the time I edit this video, I will not remember the ones that he told me the names of. What's the cute one?
That's a tufted titmouse.
All right, I got the one of the tufted titmouse in the tree, and then I got the, what did you say the other one was? A white-breasted?
The white-throated sparrow.
Yeah, and a white-throated sparrow in a bush that was right beside the road. But now we're just kind of cruising through the campground, looking for birds in the trees.
That's a redhead right there, but it's so high up we couldn't get a shot there.
I don't see it.
Yeah, you can't see it. It's on this, the first big branch coming out left on that tree. It's out towards the end of it, upside down.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah, it flew over. Oh, it stopped. I see a shot. I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but I go ahead and I write both the JPEG and the RAW file to my memory card because the XQD card writes so fast that there's no point in just pulling one or the other when you can have both for the price of one. What do you do?
I'm RAW only because I just don't use the JPEGs, but you're exactly right about the write speed. It's, you know, people were talking about there's not much of a buffer in the Z series cameras, but it doesn't matter. You don't need a big buffer if it writes to the card as fast as it does. And now with the software update, what was it, 2.0 whatever
2.2?
Yeah, something like that. Now you can use the what is it called, Compact Express?
Yeah, the CF Express card.
Yeah, that are even faster than this, but I'm not going to buy one because this is plenty fast.
Yeah, I've got 2 XQD cards because, long story, if you watch the unboxing video, it explains it. Yeah, they're plenty fast enough. It's shockingly fast how fast it clears the buffer. Yet I have yet to fill the buffer, just to be honest with you. I don't know how many photos it would take in JPEG fine and RAW. It's fast. I mean, it's like the little LED comes on and goes almost immediately back off. And on the D810, it writes much slower. And just like that, we're at Chickamauga Dam. Now, what we've got is we got blue heron right down here on the rocks, and we're gonna go down and get some photos of them. They're literally real tame, so we can get super close. So our goal is to fill the frame with just their head and maybe get some photos of some other critters as we get out here. I see Phil's gonna talk to his camera too. It's been a real fun day so far. So we might actually shoot some street photography this afternoon. A couple of Nikon shooters, about to meet a couple of Canon shooters. Just them great blue herons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like, we get the eagles out Berry College. Y'all ever come out there in Rome?
No, ma'am.
Berry College, we got bald eagles out there.
Oh.
Yeah, they're fierce and lay eggs.
Oh.
Yeah.
We saw some red-tailed hawks up in Harrison Bay.
Oh, yeah?
But
Y'all come up here often?
yeah, he does.
It's our first trip up here from Rome.
Oh.
Welcome.
We've already just got excited. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
Get you close up personal shot of the heron. Okay, so we shot photos of the blue heron, And dude, you can get close to them here. I mean, look at this. The photos are insanity. I mean, it's really cool. I really like the one of the bird over on the train trestle. Kind of like that environmental shot. It's just neat. Seeing him standing there on that pylon is just pretty cool. So now we're gonna go get something to eat. So today has been more about, you gotta do the Naruto run, dude. You're gonna hang your light. Yeah. So today we're gonna go get something to eat now. And then we're gonna go to Middle Creek Falls. Today's been more about just having fun and kind of hanging out. It's not really so much about learning a new style or doing this or that, but I have been learning a lot. I've been learning a lot about the habits of animals and like the areas and things like that. It's been really informative just for me personally. So let's go get some lunch. Get the sun to the right side of the GoPro. All right, here we are. Road's a little busy. Seems to be a little hazardous. Well, we're gearing up. We're gonna walk up this holler and go see if we can't find a waterfall, if I'm guessing right. Is that where we're going, Phil?
That's where we're going.
We're gonna go video. We're gonna go photograph a waterfall. Good Lord, I can't say that. All right.
We're gonna go watergraph a Waterfall.
Yeah, there you go. All that gear is not going. See that giant lens cap? That's staying behind. I'm gonna XT3 this mission, and that way it's a little more compact and easier to carry.
We'll see how it goes.
Phil's scared to say Suck Creek Canyon. Yeah, all right, here we go. We're walking up the trail, finally getting away from the cars somewhat. Hey, I like that lens flare from the sun. You know, it's awesome with a GoPro. I also like the ability to, hey, what was all this infrastructure that's really, really old and in the weeds?
I don't know. Somebody had something right here.
Yeah, it's on both sides. This was a road bed or something. It's already getting loud. That's a good sign. All right.
Standing that day, and I was making my see you later clip, and a dog comes walking up the trail with a bandana on. It was somebody's dog. It just walked by me.
Oh, this is gorgeous. Look at this. Apparently this is the end of the improved hiking trail, and now we're about to actually embark on real trailblazing. But it's really interesting here. I mean, it's just beautiful mountainous stuff. We even have everything all the way down to the Stacko Zen rocks. The wind's blowing pretty good. This is a good test for the Zoom F1 because it's got the little windy muffy thing, and that's what I'm using for the audio. The waterfall itself is in the shade. The water coming out is in the sun though, so. There's a real disparity between them two, several stops of light. So we're gonna move on up and get a photo of just the waterfall so that it'll be the only point of light and we can actually expose properly for the water. That's his lightweight rig. You see all that glass in there?
Well,
That crap's heavy.
switched from a 70 to 200 2.8 to this
Ah.
to make it lighter. That's oh well, whatever. It's a little lighter.
Yeah, that's smaller. That one piece is. To get here, we actually came through here, across this rock, from this rock, and then we hop across this 4 or 5 foot deep confluence and step over to here. And that's how you get from here to there. The water right there is about 4 or 5 feet deep between them two stones. So you have to make sure you land on the dry ones. Oh, and Phil just deep 60. And Phil's legs are soaked now. At least he didn't drown his backpack. But yeah. And then that's how you get across. Phil just went in the water right over there. Yeah. He stepped in right on the other side of this little runoff. And it's apparently about knee deep. Now he's trying to get to the other side of this giant rock so he can set up his exposure over here, I think on this one, facing the waterfall. I'm gonna shoot from this rock and get the waterfall and the pool. Now I got the CPL with me. I'm gonna try to run it and see if I can make this water clear up some, give it that glassy look. He made it. He's got some explaining to do to his daughter when he picks her up from school today. Okay, so I just got the most epic photo of the day. I got the waterfall, I got the motion blur, I got Phil, because he was getting his composition, he stood perfectly still, and he's sharp as well. Plus I got the pool, I'm running the circular polarizer to get rid of some of the glistening sheen on the water so you can kind of see through the water a little bit. This is a beautiful photo. Even the one in JPEG looks good on the back of the camera. I'm imagining only what the raw file is going to look like once I edit it. This one is the one I'm going to edit. But this is just a beautiful flow of water. Yeah, you should have seen Phil when he deep sixed it. If you look, you can tell his blue jeans are soaked. He went waist deep in the water. It was funny. Too bad I wasn't filming when he did it. I was playing on the rocks. Figures. There's my photo on the back of the camera. It's gonna look even better once it's out in the computer. I can't wait. Phil's taking the high ground. He's way up there. And I'm gonna go back across all this and then around that way. And we're gonna meet up at the bottom. All right, I got my photos. Today's been an incredible adventure. It's been a lot of fun. Spending time with another like-minded individual. A lot of noise from this rushing water. Maybe I'll hold on until I get across the water to say all this. Let's see if I can make this without falling in. Yeah, okay. Whew. Oh yeah, then we go over this sloping monster. This rock's on about a 30-degree slope. Then we step over to this rock and hope it doesn't roll underfoot, and it did. Now it's a lot quieter. Well, that changed things in a hurry, didn't it? But it's been a really interesting day to get out and do things with another like-minded individual. I mean, we had a good conversation over lunch just about YouTube and how the YouTube website basically done the same thing for both of us. It really got us to improving our photography game. By doing these videos, it's forcing me and him to learn new skills, to explore new styles of photography, to just try different things, experiment with different equipment. His vlogging rig is different from mine, and we're getting similar results. People seem to like them. So, it's just interesting to see how he solves the problem and how I solve the problem. I'm not sure what else we're gonna do. There he is, right up there. I'm gonna go down through here and get over to there, and I think he's gonna go down the escarpment. So let's see if I can get down this hill without getting killed. Phil just showed me there's a muscadine vine down here that's just as big as that one I found way up in Pigeon Forge. What was you about to say?
I was about to say, what'd you think about the tour of all my favorite spots?
I liked it, dude. It's awesome.
Or watch Phil fall in the creek.
That was even more entertaining. Too bad I wasn't rolling video. Yeah. Actually, I might have been, depending on how wide the camera is. I'm not sure if I had it pointed at you or not. I'll have to look the footage over and see.
Here, feel the camera back. That's wet.
Oh.
But it's just splashed on it. It didn't dip.
So it didn't soak through.
Yeah. And my feet are dry.
Yeah. Your legs aren't. All right, y'all. we've gotten back from our drive all the way across the planet and back, and we've took pictures of the waterfall, and Phil has gotten wet in the creek. So now our mission is complete. We've got photos of ducks, we've got photos of what's hawks, herons, woodpeckers,
Songbirds.
yeah, even little songbirds. And am I even recording this audio? Let's see. Yes, I am recording the audio. Okay. Songbirds, waterfalls, creeks, flowing streams, everything.
All in one day.
All in one day.
All in the planet Chattanooga.
Yeah, Planet Chattanooga. That's a good one, dude. So, if you haven't done this yet, right in this corner is a link to go to Phil's channel. And this corner is a button to subscribe to my channel. And somewhere down in here is going to be a video that it'll populate so you can see some more content. But we appreciate you guys watching. And until next time, get your camera out and go take a picture with it. All right, we'll see y'all.
Bye-bye.